Greetings everyone, my name is Shear and today I'll be presenting on the shear strength testing of single and multi-layer interfaces. To start off, I would like to explain what is meant by single and multi-layer interfaces by using the sandwich analogy. Let us imagine you have a sandwich that consists of two slices of bread. This is what we refer to as single interface. On the other hand, let us imagine you have another sandwich also consisting of two slices of bread, but between the two slices of bread you have lettuce, cheese, and ham. This is what we normally refer to as multi-layer interface. Now, when it comes to landfill liner systems, they are designed to have a sandwich-like structure that consists of soils, in this case represented by the two slices of bread, and geosynthetics, in this case represented by the lettuce, cheese, and ham. As such, it is important when carrying out interface shear strength testing to consider testing the entire sandwich as one in addition to carrying out individual tests. Therefore, the aim of this research was to evaluate the effects of using different testing configurations, namely single and multi-layer interfaces, on the shear strength of soil geosynthetics and geosynthetics to geosynthetics interfaces. For purposes of this study, a typical landfill liner system was taken into account, and this typical landfill liner system consists of reinforced GCL, geomembrane, and GCL that were sandwiched between two soils, that is, the river sand and the compacted clay. All testing was done using the large direct shear apparatus found in the Geotechnical laboratory at the University of Cape Town. As mentioned, both single and multi-layer interfaces were taken into account during this research. For multi-layer interface tests, double, triple, and quadruple interface testing was taken into account. In this case, I'm going to show an example of a test setup for a quadruple interface test that consists of all the layers in the typical landfill liner. Firstly, we started off with the bottom shear box where we placed our river sand and compacted it accordingly. And then we placed the three geosynthetics, the GCL, the geomembrane, and the geotextile on top of the river sand, unclamped on either side. And this was done to allow failure to occur at the weakest interface during shearing. Then lastly, we placed the top shear box and compacted the clay in that box. All testing was done at 4 normally applied stresses. After all the testing was done, the following key findings were observed. Nonlinear curves were observed for all normally applied stresses. An increase in applied normal stress resulted in an increase in strain softening. Peak and large displacement shear strength for the single interface test were found to be 9 and 24% lower, respectively, compared to multi-layer interface tests. And then finally, single interface tests yielded a conservative estimate of both peak and LD shear strength. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.